Yeah, so everything is already this. And this is nothing appearing is everything. So what seems to be a separate person or an individual is just an appearance in this. And it's not separate from where it's appearing. So there's just this already. Talking, it's just this talking, thinking, moving around. So this has no expectations. This does not expect what seems to be an individual to appear in a certain way. This just doesn't mind, because it is seen that everything is itself. The seeking itself is arising from this. The wondering, the confusion, the misunderstandings. Everything is arising from this as this. So there can never be any separate person who's looking for this. There can never be an individual who's outside of this, who's trying to get inside of this. Because everything is this already. So what seems to be an individual seeking this it's just a thought or imagination appearing in this. So that one is going nowhere. That one will never reach any goal, because really it doesn't exist except as a thought. There's just a thought that has no one behind it. There's no one behind any thought. It's just a thought appearing in this, as this. So what seems to be a you is already this. That's why I always say there's no you already. Because what seems to be a you is already this. There's no real separate individual who's doing anything. So what seems to be an individual is thought-based. It's a thought construct. So there's already no doer here. And this is not trying to convince anyone. And this is not trying to make a statement. And this is not trying to save the world. Because everything is its already. People in the world, and the world itself, the whole universe is its. So there's no real Alice. And there's no real Nkosi. So there's already nothing here. So I can say it's nothing looking for nothing. Then what can be found? By whom? Who's really looking for this? Who's really trying to find this? Is there a real separate one looking for this? Or it's just a thought appearing in this, an imagination appearing in this, as this.
Yes, a thought appearing in this.
Yeah. Thinking, no one is thinking already. Thinking is appearing in this. A question is appearing in this. And that question is already the answer. The one who's looking for wholeness is already whole and complete. So there's just it looking for itself. It's okay. Nothing is suppressed here.
Nothing suppressed.
This doesn't mind itself. No matter which direction the imaginary me may seem to take, it doesn't really matter because it's going nowhere. But what seems to be an imaginary me is already this. So it's just this thinking that it's not yet this. It's just this thinking that it's not yet there. There can never be anything else apart from this. So the collapse of the body, or when the body drops, it is always recognized that there wasn't any individual. It was just life expressing as an individual. And that life is formless and empty. It's not an object. It may seem to appear as an object, but it's not an object. It's formless and empty. It's empty of any content. So what seems to be a you is already formless. So there can never be any real you who's an object. Well, what seems to be Alice is just a thought that seems to be combined with the memory.
Oh, with the memory. Okay.
Yes. So it doesn't really exist. It doesn't really exist. Even that memory, when it is looked for, it's not even there. And the one looking for it cannot be found. Because all there is this nothingness. The memory cannot be found because it's imaginary. It's not here. Where is it? Where is the memory? Where is the past now? Where is the future now? Where is the story? Cannot be found except as a thought.
This somehow. No, you go.
Then a thought as well cannot be found because it's hollow, it's empty. It's not even there. There's just seeing, but nobody's seeing. What seems to be a you is seen in this, as this. What seems to be a you is arising in this and is seen in this. So this doesn't mind because everything already is itself. It's just this appearing as separation. It's just this appearing as somebody who's looking for liberation. So everything is already formless and empty. So there can never be any real individual who separates him, because everything is just an expression of this. That body is just an appearance in this. It's just a body. It's empty. There's no one there already. A recognition that there is no one there is already appearing in this. Already. There's just this, even before recognition and after recognition. So you're already there. This has no requirement to be understood. Understanding this or not understanding this is this already. Whether someone gets it or doesn't get it, it's okay, because all is this. The one who's about to understand it, and the one who has got it, and the one who's very far from understanding it, it's okay, because all is this. So all is this already. Misunderstanding, understanding, confusion, all is this. No matter which direction may seem to be taken, it is always this. In actual fact, there is no direction, and nothing is taking any direction. There's just this. There is already no one there. There is no position already. What seems to be a position is appearing in this already, and is seen in this. Everything is appearing in this. And there's just seeing. Seeing is always the same. This seeing doesn't mind what's appearing. Doesn't mind what's appearing. It's just seeing. Thoughts appearing, disappearing. Body appearing and disappearing. Position appearing and disappearing. Everything is seen in this.
Yes.
What seems to be a position there is seen in this. A thought that says, I'm here, is seen in this. There's just this, which cannot be seen or held in view. The one who seems to be suffering is just an idea you have of who you are. You are not your thoughts. You are not the body. You are not. It's just this formlessness, spaciousness. And this formlessness, spaciousness is not a human being. So everything is already this. There's just this appearing as a separate individual who's looking for this. So there can never be any real separate individual who's looking for this. There's just this appearing as a you who's looking for this. So it's just a matter of noticing or recognizing that all there is this. Nothing needs to be done. There's really nothing to do. There's no effort here to do anything. When effort arises, it is sin in this. When seeking arises, it is sin in this. So there's no one who's seeking already. It's just what seems to be appearing in this. Nothingness. There is no real individual, separate individual who's going to find anything, who's going to find wholeness. There's no real separate any individual or separate individual who's going to understand wholeness, who's going to know wholeness. Because everything is already appearing as separate individual looking for this. And what seems to be happening right now, it's okay. It's not right or wrong. This has no expectations for it to be recognized. Because it is sin that there's no one here to recognize anything. There can never be any separate individual who recognizes this. There's only wholeness. There's nothing else. It can only be this wholeness recognizing itself that it has never been any individual before. It has always been whole and complete. So there's already a recognition that there's just wholeness. There's nothing else. All else is just imaginary. The one who seems to be on a journey to find wholeness is just an imagination appearing in this. So that one is really going nowhere. So there's no movement here. There's no waiting here. There's no expectation here. There's no resistance here. This has no expectations. This has no requirements. This has no desire. If I were to give an example, when you look at a tree has no intention to do anything. And it is not waiting for anything to happen. And it's not trying to grow fruits. And it's not trying to be a better tree than other trees. Doing anything. It's just there. Doesn't even know if it's a tree. That's a label. That's an imagination. It's not even a tree. It's just this. Everything is this. And there may seem to be labels added on it, on everything, in everything. So everything is already this. So there's no separation. I am here is a thought appearing in this. I'm not here is a thought appearing in this.
Wow. That makes it all much bigger.
It's imaginary. There's no one who's here, and there's no one who's not here. It's just this. There's no one who's understanding, and there's no one who's understanding. There's only ever this appearing as that. So what seems to be a separate you is already it. You are it, and it is not apart from you. You are everything and nothing. So you were never born and you will never die. Birth and death is a thought appearing in this. This is beyond birth and death. Yet birth and death is appearing in this as this. I am the body. I was born one day is a thought appearing in this. There's no one here already. So you don't exist. As a separate person, you don't exist. You're already whole and complete. You're already wholeness. A position is just imaginary. You have no position. There is no center of already. You are already everywhere present as nothing. Yeah, there's just seeing, but nobody's seeing anything. There's just wondering, and nobody's wondering. There's just confusion, but nobody's confused. There's just a dream, but no one is dreaming. What seems to be happening has got nothing to do with you. What's appearing is not appearing for anyone, because there's no one here. What seems to be happening is not personal. The story appearing in this is not personal. It's just a story. It doesn't belong to you, because there's no you already. It's just a story appearing in this. It's just a dot appearing in this as this. So nothing matters to this. What seems to be a separate individual does not own any story. Is not an owner of any story. The story is just appearing in this. It's got nothing to do with an individual. It is my life, it is my story, is a dream appearing in this. It's just a story. It's just life. Life doesn't appear or disappear. Life cannot be destroyed. Life cannot be created as well. Life is not dependent on objects to be life. It's just life. And what seems to be objects is just life appearing as those objects. So there's no death to life. There's no destruction. You are life. So you'll never die because you were never born. Life is not a man or a woman. Life is not a human being. Life is not waiting for anything to happen. So there's just life happening. There's no one living it, and there's no owner of it. So life is not trying to live life.
That's right.
So life is just life. The sun, I'll just give an example. Just like the sun is not trying to shine. The sun is not making any effort to shine. It's just shining. And it's not shining for anyone. It's just shining. There's no expectations that it might get anything in return for shining. It's just shining. And there's no why. It's just shining. It's not saying anything. It's not doing anything. It doesn't say, oh, I'm tired now. I've been shining for many decades. It's just shining. The sun is always shining. Even when we don't see it, it doesn't mean that it doesn't shine, because we don't see it, it's shining. So this is like that. It doesn't go away. It doesn't move. The one who says, oh, it is gone, it's just an imagination appearing in it. Just a thought appearing in it. It's never really gone, because it never came. Sensations or feelings, they are just appearances in this. They don't mean anything. There might be a sensation there, then it might be interpreted as fear. But that sensation, it doesn't mean anything. But there might be an imagination or a dream that says, oh, this means that sense of fear. Oh, this means that something's gonna happen. That's just an imagination appearing in this.
Yes.
Any sensation, it has no meaning at all. Any feeling, it has no meaning. It's just a feeling. And the one who says this means that because of that sensation or feeling, it is seen in this as this. Something wants to understand it.
Something does want to understand it, yeah. It can't be understood.
Cannot be understood.
Cannot be understood.
Here, there's just talking happening. And this is not trying to convince anyone. It's just talking, happening, appearing in this. And there's no one talking here. So not understanding. It's just this already. It's okay. Even a thought that says there shouldn't be any misunderstanding. There shouldn't be any misunderstanding or understanding. Doesn't really matter, because all is this. What seems to be a position is appearing in this.
Yes.
So there's no center.
Yes.
It seems as if there's center, but there's no center. There's no position. It's imaginary. So when an instruction is given that stop imagining, it just be. It's not directed to a specific or separate individual. It's just this talking to itself. I'm pointing to nothing.
Yeah.
So imagination, they seem to be something. So what I'm pointing to that which is nothing already. It cannot be seen, it cannot be held in view, it cannot be found, it cannot be understood. It's beyond words, yet words appear in it. It's beyond understanding, yet understanding and not understanding appears in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's beyond any knowledge, yet knowledge or no knowledge is appearing in it. So not understanding is okay. And understanding is okay. Because all is this. All is already whole and complete. So there's no journey. There's no efforts. This is effortless and obvious. Any efforts in trying to get this is already an imagination appearing in this. This requires no efforts.
Any effort is already an imagination appearing in this.
This has no efforts. There's no effort. It's not making any efforts. So make no effort. So right now I'm not talking to anyone. They're just words coming out or coming up. Make no efforts to do anything. And you are not waiting for anything. Have no expectations. There's already no past.
No person.
Forget about the past. Forget about the future. Forget about even the present. What is it that is here that doesn't require any efforts? It is just here by itself.